Hello everyone, welcome to Thursday on Your View. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have my lovely co-host here with me. Hi ladies.
Hi,
Murayo in the building.
Yo.
Sunny.
Yes, I'm wearing Murayo's in-laws outfits.
Just say my sister-in-law.
Murayo's sister-in-law's outfits.
That's nice, pretty.
So I need to buy some more. Hides all the...
what's the patronage?
It hides all the fat.
Mike, there's no fat. Go and sit down.
Yes.
There's no fat.
And
I love the shoes. Jumzo is the...
Jumzo!
You really know why I taste this.
I love the present from Jumoke. Yeah.
Very nice. Very beautiful.
I like it. I'm happy.
Let's all say Jumoke, thank you. And those of us that said thank you.
It's really nice.
And I'm happy I wore it when she was on set.
So beautiful.
Anyways,
let's
jump.
August 14 is ahead.
Okay, Nima, how you doing?
I'm fine.
So your own birthday is August 14th.
Yes,
okay.
just so that Jumoke will not
I would have
forget.
traveled.
Don't worry, you will come back. All
How you
of you.
doing?
I'm very well, very, very excited to be here again. Work on Tuesday. We're just resuming from the Ramadan and all the holidays on Tuesday. So it was really hectic, meetings and all.
Right.
My partners are tired of me. I felt like sleeping, so I slept.
Jim's in the building.
I
Nice
have
shoes.
public address. Thank you very much. I have public enlightenment. So you see that Jumoke as an event director, I started 14 years ago, but my company, an event agency, Oluwaloni Limited, was only registered 8 years ago. So, but you will have big event agencies hire us to do event directing because maybe they don't have event directors in-house. And you have some of the big clients come to us directly because they don't want to go to the big event agencies. But you will now have small companies who will come and talk to me as Jumoke and say, hey, Jumoke, I have this event. So they will hire me as event director, right? But then the next thing you hear, come and talk to sponsors for us now. But by the time I send you a bill, you don't want to pay for agency. You just want me as technical director, but you want me to consult for you free of charge. Biko, please, client, stop doing that. The event director is different from event agency.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right.
I need to ask a question. It's not about you. It's about who collects mad people from the streets.
They used to have.
But they ask him. I don't know.
No, they used to have. They used to have those who pick them.
Because there is one mad woman outside Shrine. She goes and comes back, and one day I was passing her. She was saying, "Give me all my clothes." Why did you go to the cupboard to come collect my clothes?
Telling you.
It's not funny.
And she just sits down there, and I don't know. I've said, but she will go. Then she will come back with her load, though.
All right, we'll find out the
They'll
ministry.
pick them. I'm sure the appropriate authorities.
But I have an information for you guys. I'm going to be speaking at an event this weekend. It's an Entrepreneur Conference coming up soon, and I'm privileged to be one of the speakers. And I'm giving out tickets to Your View viewers if they're interested to come through for free. So I'll post all the details, the venue, timing on my on Facebook and Instagram. People, it's an Entrepreneur event, and I'm going to be speaking there on media. Opportunities in media, so I'm really excited about it, but I'll give you details. I wanted to just mention it so that our viewers, because they get, if you say you're from Your View, you enter for free, you won't pay. So that's what I'm giving
they'll crash their gates.
No, so I'm just saying so our viewers can, but I'll post it on my Facebook page so that you get the details. All right, let's take a break. Today's our gisting day. We're talking. Today's our lamentation day, Ravi. We have those lamentation days. So we're lamenting today, but first, we'll look at the front pages of the newspapers when we come back. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Right, we're going to start with the Punch, as usual. McCarthy takes over PDP headquarters as Supreme Court sacks sheriff. Party vows to recapture power in 2019. Jonathan woos defectors. Former ruling party is discredited, says APC national vice chair. Former Brazilian president Lula jailed 9 years for corruption. Fayose threatens to release 11 pictures on Buhari's health. Pandemonium as gunmen kill Akwa Ibom vice principal in school. IRK, CRK. CAN takes protest to Senate over new curriculum. Policemen torture Lagos motorcycle rider to death. Falling oil prices will affect 2017 budget, says Kachuku. Osinbajo returns from UK, says Buhari recuperating fast. FGOK 2.7 trillion for contractors, fuel markets and pensioners. APC governors to meet over FG's decision on fresh loans. And more flooding imminent in Lagos and other states. Right.
I wanted to talk about Ibrahim Kushoko, a motorcyclist who was allegedly tortured by some policemen in Area D Police Command in Mushin. Now, some policemen had gone to a shopping complex at Rainbow Bus Stop, Agege Motor Road in Mushin, saying that they were looking for one Ilesomi.
Yes. And
people around said they did not know the Ilesomi, so they arrested a few of them. 41-year-old Ibrahim was amongst the people arrested, and the policemen, when they got to their command, were saying that Ibrahim was Ilesomi, and so they tortured him. They
particularly
wanted him,
the IPO, Eric was his name.
Yes, they wanted him to confess to being Ilesomi.
Or knowing him.
And he denied, so he was tortured. Eventually, somebody from the Inspector General of Police Monitoring team
released,
intervened and got him released, but Ibrahim
died as a result of injuries.
A few days later. They released him on Wednesday. He died on Saturday, but the wife said he was complaining of pain, a lot of pain, and he died.
The PRO for the Lagos State Police Command, Famous Cole, has come out to say that nobody was tortured as a result of those people that were picked, that nobody was tortured, and that they cannot link that. But I would love a situation, because we've seen in Lagos State, under the command of the Commissioner for Police in Lagos, where they investigated this kind of situation and even got, somebody prosecuted. So I'm sure that, justice will be done if proper investigations are done.
Moving on to The Nation, Buhari Osinbajo talks. Cabinet shake-up likely. PDP crisis actually. Supreme Court sacks sheriff. Promissory note to pay contractors. More floods coming in 30 states, says federal government. So there's a possible cabinet shake-up. It was announced today. Well,
please, can we be suggesting?
No, it wasn't announced. It was actually, he hasn't announced it.
It was somebody, an unconfirmed source.
Yeah, when he went to...
Those are one of the issues discussed in his visit.
When he went to see Buhari, some ministers, their
portfolios will be...
they will be reshuffled, because some of them, their portfolios are too much or too many. So.
Are they suggesting Minister Fashola? Can we also start to suggest the sports minister? Although recently he got an award, from outside of the country. I don't know what they think that he's doing. Okay. Also, the Minister of Interior.
Who is he again?
I don't know. Then Minister of Education.
Okay, they didn't ask.
I'm just suggesting my own.
Let us move on. But they said there are floods, so we need to be careful. Flood-prone areas. They said there are still coming. 30 more states that the floods are still coming up until September.
The federal government has actually given 16 billion to all the 16 billion. Yeah. Some billion shot to some 16 states.
Right, I think I
would link this to the human angle in some when I want to take it this way.
Okay, let's move on.
Can I quickly do public enlightenment, which is that if you're caught in a car in a flood, 1, don't drive into flood. 2, if you're caught in it, make sure your windows are down so you can run out.
Right. Moving on very quickly to Sun. PDP, it's McCarthy. In a unanimous decision, Supreme Court knocks off Sheriff as national chairman. Wike Fayose, Obi, Lagos PDP, others rejoice. Red alert in Abuja as FG releases 1.6 billion.
1.6, sorry, not
to 16 states. BC Akonde's wife dies. Tragedy in Ibadan as stray bullets from army shooting range pierces pupil's head. And 19 killed, 23 injured in Maiduguri suicide attacks. Osinbajo back from London raises hope on Buhari's health. So the tragedy,
so
little boy, who has that story?
Yeah, I read that story.
All of us.
Yeah, go ahead.
There is a shooting range in Oyo State.
2 divisions.
We had 2 divisions, and they were shooting, and then the bullet pierced through the school, the ceiling, and pierced through the upper of the 5-year-old boy's head, and he was rushed to the hospital. Thank goodness he has not died. He's still in hospital, and the area, the division, the barrack, they're saying the barracks has always been there, and they've always been practicing shooting. They've always been doing the...
It has always been a shooting range.
Yes, and that the nearest community is 2,000 meters away. So they're surprised that
bullets hit the child.
I have why would the truth is that this is why I want to indict town planning and for flooding issues, where you have people building on drainages, people building around military barracks. I went to school in the military barracks, and I remember it was the largest in West Africa at the time, the Ojo military barracks. Shooting range, we would hear the gunshots within the school, but we would never see. But right now, a community has built into the barracks such that when I went there for my reunion the last year, you could see the houses. And behind the command secondary school was the shooting range at the time. Now all the houses are close by. I don't know who is in charge of town planning, who is supposed to, you know, approve buildings. Within the military barracks, nobody should be building inside.
Exactly.
Not even inside, around it.
Yeah.
Can you remember that one when the bombs exploded?
Yeah.
People lost their lives for nothing.
Then Oshibajo's back says that our president is recuperating fast. Because Fayose has an issue with that.
Yes, Governor Fayose says that he has pictures of the
11 plus 1
of the president and his ill health, you know, and that the acting president is not being very honest,
economical with
the truth.
Yes. And if they try him, he's going to release these pictures.
Governor Fayose.
We are trying him.
Focus on the victory.
We are trying him. We want to see the pictures.
Can you even focus on a kitty face? They don't have roads.
Nothing.
Okay, let's go back to Vanguard. Now let's talk about PDP. Supreme Court judgment resets 2019 politics. I don't know how that happened, but it's victory of constitutionality over arbitrariness. That says Jonathan. Fayose Wike see victory as enabler towards 2019. It means nothing to us in APC, says Bolaji Abdullahi. God has used judgment to heal our wounds, says Peter Obi. Buhari recuperating, will be back soon. 19 killed, 23 injured in Borno Boko Haram attacks. Restructuring, ACF gives condition for support. And 131 fresh Badu suspects cultists kidnapped in Ikorodu. All right, so PDP is celebrating right now.
In an unexpected judgment result yesterday, the PDP changed and moved, reversed the judgment of the appeal court and all the high court, and went straight, saying that, you know, McAfee is the subsisting chairman of the PDP, notwithstanding the elections that happened within the PDP. That's none of my business. What I want is that this victory translates to proper democracy, where we have a proper opposition, not an umbrella that covers somebody riding on the sentiment of the death of his brother into victory. And you know, we have
leave that one alone. Don't go there.
My senator,
leave that one alone. The man is dancing. That one does not say. What is it? What is it? What is it?
He's a good dancer.
What? Leave that man, please. Focus on the. Don't join issues.
That man should be money.
Focus.
That man should be money. Don't
join issues.
No.
Let's focus on McAfee and Sheriff.
He's money and dancing.
Yeah, you know, listen. He's dancing for his brother.
The dancing was not now. The dancing was pictures before.
No, they are two different dances.
They're like 3 different dances.
No, the dance of when he was dancing with that girl was before.
He was in the US.
This new dance.
It was
dance
victory dance.
Can we come back to Sheriff matter, please?
Okay.
The point is that we're happy for PDP, but the thing I think it was even Mike that asked the question this morning that yes, you won, yes, good, but the same party was there in the past. You had the same constitution. You had the same interim politics.
Very true.
What happened then? What's different now with this victory? How is this victory going to be there? And they're saying, well,
very true.
Their own response. Let me tell you, their response is that
national cake is no longer
the national cake is no more there. So hopefully, the guys they have there now are the real PDP that are going to make PDP work. So hopefully we'll see some changes.
Former President Jonathan was also saying that all the people who left the PDP can now come back together and build the party. But we, the populace and the voters, were looking for an alternative. We don't want the same old.
Same old.
So like, you know, so there are new mergers, new alignments. We might look at you, but if it's the same
it's the same set of people.
I was seeing Jerry Ghana. I was seeing. I don't want Jesus Christ, Jerry Ghana.
Before I was born,
when I was a child,
I read of them in the what's it called? Social
celebrating
studies.
PDP.
I knew them. I knew Jerry Ghana.
We read of
them. They are my age mates.
Anyways, I'm like Jerry Ghana. Final paper this day. We can't take it, but we have to rush it. Oshibajo, Buhari will return to Nigeria soon, now than expected. Kachuku says Nigeria will voluntarily join OPEC cuts. And Zenith Life Insurance in landmark partnership with UK's Prudential. That's all we can take on Front Page Review. It's a gisting Thursday. We don't want to talk too much grammar. So, as I said, we are lamenting. We want all the Nigerian women to call us and lament because we are not happy with Nigerian men. A real woman she's supposed to do whatever her man asks her to do. So that's our conversation today. Let us hear your thoughts. And maybe sometime we'll bring in a man at some point to share his own views. But we want to lament. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Get ready. Yes, thanks for staying with us. So, there are certain demands men make, and whether it's convenient or not, the women, us, we have to comply with it. Women often make sacrifices, even to their own detriments, to please or satisfy either their husbands, their fathers, their brothers, whatever. Studies have shown that men want attention, contrary to popular opinion that men are not emotionally dependent. Really? Wow. So we ask, to what extent would you go to make your husband, boyfriend, fiance, whoever happy? Give us your thoughts. You can call us a view 070-8066-8014. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. Even we heard about young girls.
Tell us 3 stories that we heard this morning, right?
Okay, I can't remember this. The first story about
the one that your mom attended the wedding. Start with that one.
No, she should tell the other one first. The one about the
Okay, our producer was telling us about the story on Twitter about some guy that just was about to get married to a woman. He goes to their house and he was served his meal. Yeah. And afterwards, after finishing, he signaled at his girlfriend or wife to be to come and pack up the plates. And of course, she was initially reluctant, but maybe eventually she packed it. But then they now called off the wedding.
Yeah, her parents called off the wedding, saying that even if you were going to eventually pack the place, you should even have made an attempt. What's the big deal in carrying your plate to the kitchen? Mommy, your kitchen down. You know, that's a decent man. Then there's the story of, tell us, there's also, let me help you if you are not telling the stories quickly. The story of a wedding.
Yes, that we attended. I was there. My mother was at that wedding. They were wearing turquoise. It was happening at Covington. I went there to go and see my mom. She was having fun, and I went back to the office. That day, I found out that after the wedding finished, husband said, "Oh yeah, let's go to my house in Ilupeju." Wife said, "No, let's go to my house in VGC." And the fight started.
As a big girl.
So you married a big girl whose house at VGC.
Why would you want to take her to Ilupeju? Third story. So on the night of a wedding, they now got home. Groom now said that he wanted swallow, like pounded yam or eba. Wife now said, there's still leftover rice from the party. The groom now looked at her like, how can you? And hit her. He now said he was sorry that he hit her, domestic violence, but that he didn't want to hit her, but that he wasn't sorry because he was disrespectful of her.
He was sad. He was not happy that he hit her, but he doesn't regret it.
Yes, she disrespected him by not obeying him. So my own is this on this topic, that it depends on what the husband, the boyfriend, the fiancé, or the groom is asking. That will determine if I will do what he's asking of me. There are some things that fall within your purview, you know, as a wife. And it is different for a girlfriend. A girlfriend is not a wife. Don't be asking for wifely duties and responsibilities of a girlfriend.
They do.
I will not do it.
They do. Now, especially girls in university, they become wife.
Because you know, because of the way the society is going, you want to show the man that you are a good wife. So you start to do the wifely roles.
Not that you are a good wife, that you are good wife material.
You now start to do the wifely roles, and the men, knowing that there are many of you who are willing to do all of that, have 10 of you doing wifely roles. It doesn't help you.
The another angle, one of the research, inside the research we read today, there was this woman where her colleague was slapped by somebody's wife because the wife saw him
hugging someone
else. Her hugging her husband. Come, why are you hugging my husband? So should we women react like that when we see?
Okay, that's the difference. So what the focus? Okay, let me let Nima come, because the focus now is for a woman. How far can you go in this situation? Like, what is the role of a woman in this situation?
Okay, you know me, I don't like to be emotional on issues. So I'll first of all diverge emotions. In the issue of the girl whose groom visited her family house with her and signaled her that I finished eating, please help me. I see nothing wrong because he's a guest.
Morogo.
That's the truth. I remember dating my husband, and I would go to their house just prior to my wedding because we really never dated. I would finish and I would just sit back and somebody clears the dishes because I was a guest.
Yes.
So it's the same thing. If he visits your family house, I don't see why they don't want their daughter to marry. They should marry her because he visits their house, he's done eating, he signals his girlfriend like a friend or his fiancé now that I'm done, and she says that's an insult. That's her being too overpricing herself, because in this our African economy,
no,
that's
you see on that point, yeah, I may agree with you, because Mariah, if you come to my house, I'll pick the plate off of you. So it's not about, but then again,
you are trying to marry a wife.
But then again, if it is my mother who served you, for you to now get up, mommy, jumbo kitchen what? Right. The wife is not, the girlfriend is not even there. You are now calling her from inside the kitchen.
Service you
what's the big deal in carrying the plate?
Is it the eye service or the real deal?
The real deal.
The real deal will be, mommy, thank you, ma, I'm done.
Eh?
Yes. It's still her guest.
Okay, all right.
That does not give you, because he's going to marry their daughter does not mean you should know the way to the kitchen, the room, everywhere in the house. It's the truth now.
No, I totally agree, because I wouldn't expect him to stand up.
Man,
you will say,
wait. Let's not dramatize this. But okay, fine. So in that situation, yes.
I am not done. We have finished that one.
The
one of the VGC. You printed Ivy. You got venue for your wedding. You bought a wedding dress, and you did not know your marriage house. About the night of wedding, that daft question. Because seriously, you're in the car, you're asking whether it's VGC or you look
No, maybe their own was an arranged marriage.
Guys, this was
is on that day. No, it's on that day they knew themselves.
Even that day.
Okay, listen, guys, you see, okay, right, in these situations we understand. But I shared my own story yesterday. My husband has malaria. Even this morning, overnight, he has malaria. I'm also very tired. As much as I would love to care for you, you're like, hey, am I hot? Let me touch. Am I hot? And I'm wondering, so that kind of attention. So I don't mind it. As a wife, I will do. But you see, you must understand that I'm also a human being. I also have 3 other babies. I also have kitchen issues. I also have home issues. So as a man, you have to also be willing to do a few things. There was a day, not too long ago, YK, maybe 3 months ago, that I think my husband, I don't know what happened. Maybe he didn't know I was in the house or something. I just saw him going to the kitchen,
lighting
fire too, and I'm like, you know how to do this thing? He said, so you can boil, you can put water, turn on fire. Like, I'm Murada, what do you call me? I have never seen you do it in my life before. He said, Murada. So I'm like, he didn't know I was home. So when I'm not in the house, he finds his way to the kitchen. So why must they act as if you are big when you are in the house now? It has to be you or nothing.
Why? This situation is exactly like the lady the bride who said there's rice. Why must I make you swallow tonight?
Because if she wasn't around, she would have probably gone to warm it himself. Exactly. Go ahead, YK.
Yeah, they tell you, I'm not saying whether I agree or not, they tell you that your man is your first baby. The subsequent ones are the
those people telling you that looking for
those are his siblings. The ones that you deliver are his siblings. He is the eldest baby.
Right.
That is how they train women.
Right.
So that is what you are facing.
Shouldn't men be more considerate that we also make sacrifices in certain areas?
Mora, I would like to ask you a question. Have you ever had a period where you just want somebody to pamper you?
Yes.
Have you ever?
Maybe not really.
I'm sure you must have. I do a lot at home too, but once in a while I just look at my husband and say, I just need someone to pamper me. You want to kill me. And then maybe now recently he feels guilty and then he starts to help around. But in the past when he didn't do it, I remember I would shuffle my feet all the way to the kitchen. So he would know. That's I would not just kill myself.
So who do you blame in this issue? Is it the women?
It's our culture.
It's not our culture. It's those people.
Who have accepted this thing, or the men who have?
Okay, good question. Because the objective of our conversation really, we're trying to lament, not lament, but we're just trying to let men know that listen, this is what we're going through, and we don't want you to change 360, but we would like compromise. Yes, that's the word. Compromise. Understand the issues women go through daily, getting the house together, and we need you to also compromise.
May I respond to your question to say that I've heard a few men who help their women in the kitchen. When their family members are coming, they'll go and sit down across their legs because they don't want wahala for that woman. It's our culture. Now, the mother-in-law who served her own husband with everything. She wasn't employed now. She was a housewife. So if she was cooking 24 hours, it was not a big deal. Now you have a daughter-in-law who is also going to work, architect. Yes, and you're saying that so she comes in at 8 p.m. from traffic. Oh, you want her to go and pound jam. Do you want to kill her? Must she have diabetes, hypertension before you know that she's a human being? Now, so because of what his mom will say, even though some men know that there's no house girl in the house. The wife is cooking, is helping her cut something or wash plates. Yeah. When his in-laws then come into the house, he has to stay away from the kitchen. If not, they'll say this woman has jazzed my son. It's our culture.
There's a men who demand your attention. They want you right next to them 20 every second. While you are with them, they'll be, what can be in the house when I'm with you? For me to have food for you, you must release me for at least 1 hour to go and cook. No, after we just stay for like 3 hours, I'm hungry. Say the food fall from the sky. It can't now. I have to go to the kitchen. So you have to compromise.
That is why I brought up that thing at the beginning. I said, how far will you go to help to retain your man? Would you go and slap a woman? Why? Because inside that research, they said the women that they are, well, if you don't treat your own man well, yeah, one line up to collect your husband. So the man will say, she doesn't do it.
Someone else will.
Lagbaja is there.
But must we always go with that rationale? I don't like that mentality. If you don't do this, there's $1 million girls. What's that?
I understand.
I hear that all the time.
When I got married to my husband, we went out together, and a lady was hitting on him in the bus. We didn't have a car at the time. I just faced straight because I cannot suffer slap for a man. But when we got home, he hurt him so much. He felt you didn't even do anything. He didn't leave much. I was like, what if she now beats me? Now disgrace my style in the public. So I wouldn't. That's one thing I would not. Certain things I wouldn't do. And I blame women, like Jumoke said, the society, yes. But I blame those women who would say, because I don't want them to say I am controlling their son. And you will not demand certain things of the man that you married, because it's always, there's 2 units now. Right. There's the extended, there's the first family. Right.
Yes.
You should be able to tell your husband that this is what I need from you. There should be that relationship between the 2 of you. That conversation, if it cannot happen.
Sorry. So what if you now demand?
Let's go on a break. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation, hopefully with a man. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
So, welcome back. We're going to take some tweets actually before joining us is our senior news anchor, Mike Okoche.
Thank you.
We know you've been hearing all our gist.
I've been listening, I've been watching.
Okay. So you pause for a second. Let's take some tweets and we'll now get your responses. Yes, YK.
Larry Thompson says, sorry for the genuine wife material. It's rather unfortunate that the material is torn. Tiamu Lawal says, a responsible woman should play an acting wife role during courtship, in my own opinion. Bash Abe, so that he's saying,
but it doesn't mean the man will marry
with
you.
Him, I think. Bash Abe says, when a woman acts responsibly and thinks before acting, but though most women lack that, it is common around us. I am Abe from Ikorodu.
Okay, Ayela Bola says, if it is an enlightened or educated family setting, it is better for the lady. The scenario Nima explained could be unacceptable. Efete says, Mariah Derry, your husband has malaria at the moment. I think he deserves TLC, that's tender loving care. It means shafts that he is weak. Chima says, you guys are you are straight in this matter. A real woman should be single even and the marriage and be free to express herself. Babatete said, morning ladies, the fact is I do 90% of the domestics at home and love doing it because my wife is not a slave but helpmate.
So, okay, so Mike, we come to you now. What exactly do you guys want from us? Like, it's really, sometimes we feel as though men don't understand the sacrifices we make with the kids, with the home, with the family, going in and out. We think you just have it all so easy.
No, one more thing. Okay. And you don't pet us when we are sick.
Yes, but you want us to be petting you.
No, but that is not true. Okay, fine. Let's put this thing. Let's put it in perspective. What the man wants has not changed. Let's put that on ground. Okay. What the man wants from a wife and from a woman has not changed. It's still the same.
Attention.
What is making this difference is the space within the women Because you have more educated women now. You have more women becoming more enlightened.
Right.
You have more women becoming more demanding.
Right.
You have more women becoming more confrontational. So it is changing the dynamics.
More independent.
So what the man wants is still the same.
Attention.
I married a wife to help me take care of the house, you to give me this, to prepare this for me. It's still the same. But the woman now, what the woman used to be, you were mentioning our mothers that time and all of that, what they used to be that time where you can cook from morning till night, it has changed.
Yes.
So that dynamics now, where the man and the woman has to come together for that harmonious mix, that is where the friction is.
Okay.
That is where the friction
now, nobody is teaching the men that times have changed. Our mothers are still raising their sons the way their husbands were raised.
Guess what?
And nobody in true terms.
Hopefully our own head is correct.
We will teach our sons differently.
So next time, you will not see men who will be like house girls in the kitchen.
Okay, that's extreme. That's extreme. But the truth is, let me let Nima come in.
I hear this thing all the time. Wifely roles, womanly role. Just because you said, times are changing for the women, things are. Please, can you help us bring to perspective what wifely role is, so that
changing? You see, the point there is the wifely or woman role or whatever. It is still the same. It hasn't changed.
Which is
everything is the approach.
Okay, approach.
Everything is the approach. Now, the point there is the women that time they cook. Women now they still cook, isn't it?
Yes.
Women that time they give birth. One now still give birth, isn't it?
Yes.
The women that time take care of children. Now they still do.
Men that time.
They do chores that time. They still do now.
Right.
It is the approach that is changing. Because the women now knowing that the concept of gender equality, the concept of women's rights is now making it like, men, please, you have to hold it there. If I have to respect you, you have to respect me.
Benny.
The moment you have to become a little more confrontational because you want to be assertive, that is where
where do we find the middle ground?
The middle ground still comes from the women.
Why?
You know why?
Okay. Why?
Because see, in all of this this is a Western way of reasoning.
You choose Western when you want to choose Western.
No, of course.
You choose culture when you want to choose Western.
Exactly. But a lot of women, being enlightened, don't know where there is a flip. Where the Western culture comes in and where we, as in the original African woman, come in.
I feel you.
So when you don't know where to flip, you don't know how to flip them, there will always be a conflict.
Yes, I really feel you, because it is true. We are African people. We are African women.
Totally.
Listen, we can never be Oyibo. See the color of our skin.
We know why.
Even if you bleach, you will still be black.
I agree with you.
You flip left and center. Where you are
a person of you are a narrator, so you have so many words. But me, I just want basic. I need to understand basic words. With a duty comes a right. With a right comes a duty. The roles we still need to understand.
And with a right comes obligation.
Wait now.
He has told you the roles now.
Wait now. Your role is to be a mother. That's what God made you naturally for. So you marry your husband, you have children, you care for your children. Somebody will provide the means. If that provision is met, you are at home.
Yes, you are the one providing now. You are the one providing now.
The problem with
let me take this call.
Okay.
Let me take this call. Hang in there, Nima. Jonathan from Kaduna, are you still there?
God will bless you, Nima.
Jonathan. I think we lost that call.
Sorry,
yes.
Jonah.
Okay.
So where let him respond.
You see, the issue there is, a woman is not wired to be a good breadwinner.
But we're doing it perfectly.
No, hang on. Let me tell you where you're doing it.
I disagree.
Listen. A woman is a good breadwinner when there's no man in the house. No, that's the fact.
When you have someone
the point there is,
let's him finish.
When there is no man in the house, if there's a separation issue or the man is dead or something, the woman is perfect in taking care of her children, in taking care of her parents, in taking care of the home. But when there is a man in the house, the dynamics always changes. There will always be the demand, as in the man, you're not been doing this, you need to do, maybe he lost his job or whatever. The woman is not a good breadwinner in the context of go, bring the money, take care of this and take care of that. No, but it's the fact. No, listen.
All of us don't agree.
No, you mustn't agree. No, you mustn't agree. You mustn't agree.
Lasimbo, are you there? Thanks for calling from Badagry.
Yeah, I'm there. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I love the concept the host are saying this morning.
Thank you. Go ahead.
But the summary of it is that I love what Peter Obuji is saying.
Yes.
The thing is, it's not all about what a man is not wanting to do for the woman. But when it comes to this education this exposure, these friends, you know, wives having friends. What you are saying right now, I'm having it with my wife, but I'm just trying to cope. Why? Because I don't just want to marry second wife, and I don't want history of my parents to repeat in my relationship. God bless you. Keep talking about it. Peter, I respect you.
Olasumbo.
Wait, I think men need to understand that this education thing is here to stay.
No,
we're not going to stop going to school.
No,
we're not going to.
But you see, every
small thing is about feminism. That's not to do with feminism.
No, but Morayo, you see,
humanism. Is she human? Is there a limit to what she can take?
Yes.
Every human has a limit.
Yes.
If she was a donkey and you load down, at some point she will break down.
Yes.
That's the truth. I wanted to disagree with you in the sense that every woman is wired to be a breadwinner. Now, every person looks to his support or her support system in the family. That's what you're saying. Because what you just said now will support those people that say, for every breadwinner, that's the man who dies, is the wife that killed them.
No, certainly not.
It's until that person dies that she will not bring out her ability to...
The cause of death is not the...
Let me tell you that women have always supported homes. Women have always been breadwinners in homes and even be able to submit it.
Pause for a second. Pause. Let me hear... Jumoke has a point before I come take board.
I wanted to disagree also with him to say that in the days when men were breadwinners because they hunted, it was a different thing from when all of us are now sitting behind the computer. A woman is perfectly able to become the MD CEO of any company whatsoever. Architecture, engineering, because of education. So a woman is also wired to be a breadwinner. In such a home where it is now called breadwinning, why isn't it called shoring?
Okay, let me take this call from Bola. I'll come to YK. Bola, are you still there?
Yes, I'm on the line.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Good morning. This is my first time calling.
Thank you.
Calling for the first time.
The women are not calling.
The man happens to lose his job.
Yes.
And eventually, within that time, the woman becomes the breadwinner because she brings money to the house.
Yes.
Biblically, the husband is still the head of that family.
Yes.
He is in control of.
Yes. We're not disputing that.
In conjunction with the wife, he will not neglect the wife. Decision. You understand? But the fact now remains, they both agree. You understand? As a woman, there's submission. Bible says, woman, submit to your husband.
We agree.
You see, as the Lord, you see, as church, Jesus is the head of.
Thank you, Bola. We're not disputing that in any way. Thank you very much. Let me come to YK.
Saying,
yes, YK, let me come.
Bola is going somewhere. Bola was going somewhere.
Where is he going? Let me break it down for you.
Yeah.
I was in that situation. Okay. Let me tell you my own story. All right. Now, there was a period in my life where my husband, things were not really, really fantastic, and I was handling everything. It was clear who the head of my house was.
Yes.
When the money comes in, we agree. Everybody's paid a salary. This is how much goes to savings towards his own business. So there was no dispute everybody knew who was in control.
Yes.
And my husband was fully in control of the house. Anything, even if it was my own money, he was handy. He would tell me, Mariah, okay, this is you're spending money. From the money I made, though, this is your spending money. This is my own spending money. This is our savings. This is what we're doing. We agree on the figure. So we women, we are wired to know that.
But you see, Morayo, in your case,
men always assume you don't know that. That is wrong.
No, Morayo, but you see, in your case, hang on. In your case, you see, the point there is that your wisdom of how to apply these things have been activated. Put all the percentage of women in our societies now. How many of them? That's why we are discussing this.
You know why? How many
you understand?
No, really. Now, Mike, you see what Morayo is saying. There's nothing wrong. A lot of women would do it. The problem is with you men who are used to their mother never having a voice. Finding a woman have a voice and saying, "Oh, maybe it's because
you are earning more than me."
Yeah, the one bringing in the money.
Let me tell you something. Earlier in my marriage, I didn't cut my husband. So initially, when we got married, if he says something, I would just look at him. He felt I was being submissive. The moment I said my real self started coming out, okay, why?
So you were hiding your real self.
Wait, I was trying to know.
Confession time.
I was trying to know whether I could have a conversation. Once I started having that conversation and asking a few whys. Yes. Okay, why is it like this? Are you questioning me?
Yes.
We had to go through a lot of stress to get to cross that bridge. I will question anything, not because I'm confronting you, because I want to know.
I want to know.
It has to make sense.
I just even wanted to say that where women will have problems with the scenario that Morayo has created is that you are the head of the home, yes. Now, but I've gone out all day, and you can light fire. You will not boil water. You will cross your legs until I come in the evening and you want me to pound yam. Now, I don't mind doing it. You're my husband. Your roles have not changed. But the day that I'm tired, if I now say I am tired, can you eat noodles or rice instead of this pounded yam? You now say no. I'm the head of this one. Do you want to kill me?
No, when it comes to that one, that is where understanding comes in. I know that some men can be very ununderstanding when it comes to that. But the point there is that we are talking in general terms.
Yes.
Now, we've seen situations where a wife is the breadwinner of the house, where she goes to bring in the money, and we've seen where the man is in the house preparing and cleaning and all of that. We've seen situations like that.
Yes.
But how many men are ready?
Willing?
You understand?
Let me take
and how many men have that kind of situation? That's the issue.
Let me take on a break. When we come back, we continue this conversation. Take a tweet and call. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, Boyke wanted to make a point earlier.
Yeah, I was saying that it is not education, because I know that in the days gone by, in the villages, a lot of women were the breadwinners. They went to the farms. Right. The men stayed at home drinking, laughing. The women would still come back. So I don't think it's really education.
Right. You know, the women are already empowered.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask this question too.
But they were still submissive. Oh.
Yeah, of course.
They were still submissive.
Yeah.
If you go to Plateau State, you have.
I want to ask concerning. Do you think that men have low self-esteem or lack of confidence? That maybe that's the origin of these issues they have with women. The reason I ask, because when my husband was in that state, my husband would tell me, your money, and your shaka, everything belongs to me.
Yes, sir.
And the confidence he exudes makes me look, no matter what the situation, don't think that because you're earning this and you have a fisher car, you're better. No. I mean, I have my own car already, yes. But everything there belongs to me. And before I go in the morning, he will lay his hands on me and pray for me. Suggesting to me that he's still the head. You are the one, I'm the one sending you out. So that leadership is still there. So even though he wasn't making noise, so a lot of men lack that confidence. Like that self-confidence. This is my home. This is my wife. These are my children. So if they had the confidence, regardless of how much you're the CEO, MD, you play your role as the man. That's what a woman respects, not the money that you're bringing in.
High five.
Well, Mariah, let me answer that. I will say categorically no. Men don't have low esteem as far as
Generally.
No, that's not the issue.
All right.
The point there is, in your situation, that approach, if you copy it, for instance, and paste in Nima's situation, it may not work exactly the way you want.
True, very true.
You understand? So the issue there is, every man who has gotten to the age of 30, 40, or even women, they've had experiences of, maybe I've dated 1, 2, 3 in the past. You will see that for every date you had, is always different.
Very true. We are different human beings.
So the point there is that if you bring it to this situation, a man who says, okay, fine, whatever you have, like your husband said, everything, the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof, the whole of you is mine. Say that to another woman, there's going to be friction.
Yes, so my body is my own.
So the moment you have an understanding of the kind of package or the kind of woman you have, you know how to approach.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Why is it that when men want that thing or something from you as the woman, they can stand upside down, they will carry your plate, they will carry your everything.
They will do everything. When you're not home,
they are settled and satisfied.
When you're not home,
they will now say, when you are not their wife, they will say, oh yeah, go that guy.
When you're not home, they're not hungry. They drink gari, they drink noodles, they eat noodles. When you are there, they want you to come and cook proper banga.
Let's not run away. Let's not run away. The point there is that a man marries a woman for some things to be handled.
Okay.
Because before the woman comes, the man finds his way to eat and feed.
True.
You understand? But you expect that the moment I am married, I'm certainly, if not 90% or 100%, I will cut down my eating outside and the way I eat. It is a fact.
Let me take Shola. Shola's been waiting. Are you still there, Shola? Hello? Yes, Shola. Thanks for calling. Go ahead.
First-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
I like your program.
Thank you very much.
And I give kudos to that man whom you invited
Mike,
today.
really? Thank
Without taking much of your time.
Yes.
Morayo, this this topic you are discussing is a question of understanding between husband and wife.
Right.
A reasonable man knows when the wife is out doing something tangible for the house. You don't expect her to come back and start belaboring herself with household girls and all of that. But notwithstanding, the woman should not see it as his responsibility. If you are tired, it's a different ballgame. But look, when it gets to that stage, when a man loses his job and the wife is virtually financing all, no man likes it, but necessity brought it his way.
Yes.
So you can only help him by bringing him out of the picture where he now sees himself as a second-class citizen in his own home. And don't forget, as you lay your bed, you sleep on it. Different strokes for different people. Most women, I am sorry I'm one, we like copying others. What others passes through in their homes, you don't know. It's what you hear or what you see, you know.
Right.
It may not be well with him this morning or this hour. It doesn't mean it will be like that for years to come.
Thank you very much, Shola. Thank you very much for your points. Let's take some tweets.
Blessing Okon says, this is what happens when mothers don't let boys do culinary work at home. Gideon Adeni says, the truth is that both men and women have egos to protect. This we must understand irrespective of individual experiences. Odofin says, a woman being a breadwinner is not a normal situation. Babatunde says, women should be submissive and complement men's effort in raising the family. They can't be measured equally with men. Now, Africa, we deal.
Okay, I just have only one complaint. Why do men not pamper women when they are sick?
It's a general
well, I would not say. I'm
sure you are the same.
No. I'm looking for how to.
You know, we have access to your wife.
Oh, of course. You know my wife. And the issue there is that there are different situations. You understand? A woman should be, in fact, a woman should be pampered from beginning. That's how she's wired. She's wired to be pampered.
Because if you understand me, I will bring my money and give it to her.
Your wife, we know a wife that said her husband will say that because the doctor says you should do bed rest now, you don't want to cook again in the house.
Exactly. We've seen situations like that.
No, but why I meant that like that?
No. The point is, bed rest. You have you know your wife very well. There are sometimes because the doctor has said so is a license. You should know now that the doctor has said.
Some people say
but the man knows the difference between when this bed rest is needed and when you just want to have it.
Oga Mike.
Yeah.
You mean?
May I take a picture before we run off?
Reading our mind.
Oga Mike, listen. Dilion says the best husband comes after his death. Really? The Akavelli says this debate will drag on forever. Man is not fighting for a top spot, but changing pampers ain't a man's thing. Grant says, for your information, the situation is not one-sided though. There are men who help their wives with their domestics.
Yes, we are celebrating.
Kehinde says, Oga Mike, in the midst of 4 ladies, God help you if you win this competition. But seriously speaking, the only constant thing in life is change.
We have to round up. So Mike, give us a final word out there. Just something.
All right. See, in the final everything, I've said it on this program before, a man is an authoritative being and the woman is a persuasive being. Put them together. If you are very soft and tender in your approach, you will get a wonderful, wonderful home. That's
fantastic. So men are authoritative, women are persuasive.
Big ups to all those.
We have to run up. Have a fabulous week. We had fun on the show today. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.